Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, today I wanted to talk about something that's really sensitive in the market right now, and I am pretty sure you will have your own point of view on this specific topic. So, just hear me out till the very end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section, okay? We'll have a conversation there. But before I begin, I just wanted to ask you one simple question. When was the last time that you got offended or you felt insulted by someone else? Okay? Now just think about it, and you don't need to tell me, you don't need to tell anyone else. Okay? Now let's begin. Now think about a situation, just a hypothetical situation. If you had to be anything in the world, some characters that you would really want in you, would you want to be someone who insults people, or would you want to be someone who others consider as funny? Alright, there are two character options. Either you can be insulting, you can be mean, you can be rude, or you can be funny, right? Now, which one would you pick? I am pretty sure that you would love to pick the insulting sometimes. But for most of the times, for most of your life, you would really want to be a person who others call funny. When you open your mouth, others just start laughing at some joke that you've cracked. Sometimes you don't even crack a joke, but others start laughing because of the character that you've built, because of the persona that you have, because of the vibe that you create around you. Everything feels light and jokey, right? I am pretty sure you love that moment when everyone's laughing at your jokes, right? And if it's a spontaneous joke, even better. Everyone just falls in love with your humor even if they met you for the first time. It builds that crazy trust, that comfort, that warmth that people feel around you, that they can be themselves and they can really explain to others that you're a kind of person who's very funny, very chilled, very relaxed, and you can definitely enjoy a person like that. Someone who's funny. Because as long as someone's light-hearted, you end up being light-hearted around them, right? But what happens when someone is not that light-hearted? Someone who's that we call a little stuck up, right? Someone who makes others realize about their mistakes, someone who's extremely particular about things, someone who is able to identify and call out everything that goes wrong in the room. You would not want to be around such people, right? Now that you've identified what you like and what you don't like, try to identify that what happens when you're on the receiving end. Just like you, everybody else who's talking, opening their mouth, introducing themselves, or meeting you for the first time or for the 10th time, everybody, if they're given a choice, that would they want to be someone who's insulting or someone who's funny, I am pretty sure even them, just like you, just like me, they would also want to be someone who's funny in their lives, right? Someone who cracks a joke and you end up laughing. Someone who's able to call out something funny that happens in the corner of the room and you're able to understand them. You're able to understand their jokes. You're able to join in on their laughter, right? So now, knowing the fact that you, me, or any other person that you might talk to throughout the day, could be your boss, could be your friend, could be your parent, could be your partner, or could be your kid who's much younger than you, might not even know everything about the world as you do, but every single person in this world would prefer to be funny. They would prefer to be light-hearted. They would prefer to be someone who's very interesting, very funny, very entertaining all the time, right? Knowing the fact that everyone in this world would choose to be funny every single time they open their mouth, then you should also know the fact that most of the times when people end up insulting someone, or they say something that offends you or insults you or makes you feel disrespected, they probably don't mean that. Alright, now I know we've traveled to a lot of points before coming to this one point, but that's the way that I approach everything in life. Okay, everything has to be logical, everything has to make sense, everything has to be psychologically fitting with each other, right? So I just want to share one simple way that I look at life, because somehow that's made me feel like I am looking at life the right way. And why do I say that? It's because it makes me feel happy, it makes the people around me feel happy. I think that's all the meter that someone needs to identify if something is successful in real life as a character in someone or not. So bottom story is that just like you, everybody else in the world would always choose to be funny. Nobody wants to be insulting. Nobody wants to offend anybody. True, sometimes people's joke are out of the line. Sometimes they do not know how to joke. Sometimes they really want to try to impress you by being funny and by being lighthearted around you, but they might not know how to. But as long as you can identify someone making an effort, trying to be funny, being funny in the wrong way or the right way, at least identify that someone's trying to talk to you. Someone's trying to create that small conversation or build a great trust with you. Sometimes people just come to poke you, but that does not mean that they want to taunt you. Sometimes people come and choose you to be the center of the joke. That does not mean that you're the only person they want to insult in the room. Sometimes people might call you just to tell you how they feel about something that they think went wrong between you and them. But that does not mean they're calling you to pick a fight with you, because anytime someone feels like confronting you, they're probably doing it because they want to set things straight. And when do you want to set things straight? Only when you want those relationships to continue, so that you're able to still have a conversation with that person and feel good about it next time. Just because they want to clear the air, that does not mean that they're there to fight. So try to look at things from a completely different point of view. Sometimes you're on the giving end, sometimes you're on the receiving end, but as long as you're a part of the conversation, that means you're very important for the other person who's having that conversation with you. Even if they're trying to teach, and even if they're trying to tell you something that they felt about you in their heart. It could be mental and it could be emotional, but as long as they're talking to you, they care about you. So think about it and let me know how you feel about that in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you tomorrow.